What's poppin'? Ain't much. Just chilling. It's my day off today. I thought you worked Mondays.
No, I got Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday. I'm out of the office.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no. So I just basically, if there was a valuable nugget to share what it's like to be a chiropractor in practice these days, September 2020, to a prospective student, obviously you can't condense the last 10 years into a few golden nuggets, but what would be some of the key what would be the key message you want to send to a potential student that might be listening to us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all comes down to like why are you doing what you're doing? Like, if you don't have a purpose behind what you're doing, I think you'll get to a point where you ask yourself like, why am I getting up to go do this? Why am I going through the difficulties that I'm going through? Um, why? Because why not just go do something else? If you have a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year, or bad years in the office, what's going to keep you on track? And I think as a student, and it's something that Professor Jim Hawkins told us in our first quarter was write down why you're doing what you're doing. And I didn't do it. I wish I had written it down, even though I know what I was thinking back then. But I think it's incredibly valuable to have a purpose in life. And I think that purpose changes and evolves. As a student, I feel like I felt very altruistic, very naive in a lot of ways. Then as a new doctor in practice, fresh out of school, I was very out of touch with reality, how a lot of things really work. And now, as 5 years out, I've kind of come back down to earth, and I feel I think a little bit disenchanted or disillusioned with why I got into what I got into in the first place. And I know it doesn't have to do with chiropractic itself. I know in its essence, I love the practice of chiropractic, the discipline of chiropractic, the discipline of helping other people and uh, through their health and get healthy and be well, because it affects so many other things in life. If you can help someone who's sick and not well, it's going to help their family. It's going to help their neighborhood, their community, the economy. And these are things that, as a student, you hear all about 99% of the communication from speakers on stage, etc., are about this idea, the big vision. And I get why that's important, but I think for myself, I didn't put a lot of emphasis onto what are like the little steps, the little baby steps that I should be doing to be moving ahead underneath this big vision. And now where I'm at is, I feel like I'm moving a lot of weight. I'm carrying the debt, $250,000 on my back. I'm carrying, adulthood and maturing on my back. Turned 32 this year, and when you're in school, your scope is so wide because every day you're meeting new people, new classes. You learn something new every day, and as you get out to your career, in some ways the scope narrows. You're going from home to the office and from the office back to home. Same path every day, same environment, same problems, same patients. And I think for me, that can feel like a narrowing scope. So I carry that. You carry, staying power, staying in relationships, whether it be friendships or romantic relationships. Like, it's easy to get things when it's on and popping with a partner or a business or school. Is easy to be excited and motivated and get up early and go the extra mile. But what happens after 6 months? When things aren't just as exciting, when you're riding that natural biochemical wave. It's called staying power. And, that takes work, that takes energy. So I think I'm at an interesting point in my career where I reflect back on my time in school as a student. Am I where I thought that I would be? Um, am I where I should be? Where am I at relative to my peers? These are all like kind of difficult questions to grapple with yourself sometimes. And I think what it boils down to is knowing what's your why, knowing what's your purpose, um, and whether that evolves and develops over time, because it will most likely, being in touch with that. Because I feel now very out of touch with my why, and I feel out of touch with my purpose. And I know I'll get back onto it, but something you don't want to let get away from you. Um, and something to focus on, to talk with friends about, and to seek guidance on.
Mm.
And yeah, man, that's what I would say.
So are you saying, if I hear you correctly, that when you are in school, obviously becoming a chiropractor is your highest priority, you're immersed in chiropractic, but then when you get out of school, you're still coming from this place where chiropractic is your lens, that you're seeing the world through the chiropractic lens. But as time goes on, you begin to uh, enter more deeply into the societal structures of being in relationship, owning a business, communicating with people that are not chiropractors more and more. And slowly but surely, chiropractic loses its central place in your mind, in your heart. And that's where you kind of wake up to this reflection of how things were, how they are now, and how if you knew that they'd be this way when you were in school or when you were getting out, you might have acted a little differently or thought a little differently. You might have kind of been a little bit more in the in between getting out of school, or even when you were in school, you would do more to stay kind of connected to the real world responsibilities. Is that what you're saying? Or are you just saying
Absolutely.
that? Yeah.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember being in school in chiropractic college, towards the end of it, maybe the last quarter of my time wise in school, and I was dating this or talking to this young lady who was going to school, undergrad, finishing up her undergrad, working part time or almost full time, like working quite a bit, going to undergrad, and wanted to go to grad school. And I remember she had this gig where she was like not a nurse but like a caretaker. So on the weekends she
Yo, you must have lost reception for a minute there. Mm-mm. You still coming in. You still coming in a little choppy. Mm. Maybe you'll get service back in a second
Hello.
here. Oh, there you go. We're getting close. Yeah, that was the first time I heard you crystal clear. Talk again. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a great message to share, is that as you're going into chiropractic school and going through school and graduating school, you need to stay connected to life outside of chiropractic and stay connected to your identity that you had before school, and really remain connected to who you were and who you are as a person that lives in society, so that you can. There you go. You heard me? Yo. You.